Starting school, no matter what age, it can spark anxiety for children and their families, but there are simple steps you can take to make this transition a bit easier. Here to help with the back-to-school blues is Dr. Alicia Luckey. She's a mother, a certified school psychologist, and an educator. Welcome to you. You know, this is really, anxiety is like peaked. You know, you see moms and dads crying on the first day of school. Yes. For parents, what are some of the signs that we should be looking for in our kids if they are going through an anxiety transition?
Sure. You know, anytime a child is avoiding something, so avoiding to get up in the morning, avoiding to get dressed, having trouble speaking at school, leaving their family member when they're being dropped off, those are some significant signs of anxiety. And some of those things they can work through. There are some simple techniques. This one is a picture technique for breathing to help with relaxation, and just the flower shows them to prompt to breathe in, so they're smelling the flower, so they're breathing in. And then this is a candle on a cupcake that prompts them to breathe out.
So we just show this to our kids?
Yes, they can do this in the ride to school. They can do it before school, before they leave the house in the morning. And it just rotates through the pictures. And it's something that can be made at home as well. And for the older kids, the stress balls, you know, they really use, these can help with anxiety on the bus, as long as it's not a throwing hazard.
Sure.
And in the car, just to kind of
squeeze.
Yeah.
And that one is for the older kids.
Yeah, this one the kids really like. There's kind of maggots that come out of the eyeball. So the older the older kids get a kick out of that. Let's see if we can get the maggots out of there.
And you know, and it's a way for them to kind of come down a little bit in the car ride, because oftentimes, especially older kids, they don't want to admit that they're having any anxiety. I got this, Mom, I'm cool.
Absolutely. And about grade 5 and 6, I really see a particular turn towards that social anxiety, where they can be nervous to go to school, their grades can start dropping, and those are some warning signs you can look for.
And what about parents with special needs children? What can schools and parents do to kind of make that a little bit easier?
Yeah, you know, anytime a child has trouble with transition or is struggling with anxiety, I really encourage parents to go to meet the teacher night. Bring your child with you. Even if it's a school that your child attended last year, they might be on a different part of campus where a child has not been familiar with that part of campus. So go take a tour around the campus, look and see where the classroom is going to be, visit the bathroom, find out where the bathroom is that they're going to be going, where's the nurse's office, where's the principal's office. In case something comes up, at least they're already familiar with those surroundings, and then they're not as nervous.
How important is it when we wake up in the morning for mom and dad to stay calm, cool, and collected?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and I even suggest preparing yourself first, and then to your child, you know, what is the next day going to look like for you when they're starting school? You know, let's lay out our clothes. Let's figure out who's going to pick you up after school. Let them be aware, well, today mom's picking up, today dad's picking up, or you're going to aftercare, and really prepping the child and staying calm, of course.
So it's a map. We're kind of laying out a map for the day, and everybody's on board with that map. And I want to talk about bullying, because oftentimes we're well into the bullying before a child will even start showing significant physical signs or emotional signs. And cyber, boy, we've turned it up a notch with the bullying online.
There really is. You know, with computers and iPhones and iPads and all of the social media that's out there, it's really, you can see sometimes behavior changes in children, something that maybe they're used to go out and play with their friends at the park, and now they're not quite doing that so much anymore. You know, that would be a warning sign to look for. Sometimes they close themselves in their room, or they're very private about their electronic media. I suggest that they, in every setting that they're in, school or home, or if they have an aftercare facility, they have at least 2 to 3 adults that they feel comfortable going to and speaking to, because it's very important that they are sharing if they are being bullied.
And what about journaling? Do you recommend?
Yeah, you know, this is a really good way, going back to that transition piece, a really good way for teachers and parents to communicate. If a child is having a rough weekend or had a rough morning, then a parent can write in and tell the teacher what's going on, so the teacher can be more sensitive to something that might be going on with that child during the day. And in the same return, the teacher can write something, you know, if something had happened at school. It's a good way to keep communication open between home and school.
All righty, well, there's going to be a lot of tears, I'm sure, on the first day of school. If your child has already gone back to school, we've put even more remedies to beat the back to school blues on sonoranliving.com. We appreciate you, Dr. Luckey.
Thank you.